On January the 2nd, 1944, the world received a great champion, Joseph William Frazier, more commonly known as Smoking Joe. He was a man with much respect, a man with great courage, a man with many achievements. He was a world heavyweight champion boxer with a mighty record of 32 wins, 27 of these being knockouts, 4 losses and 1 draw. He was a man who would fight anyone that stepped in the ring with him and usually beat it down. But sadly in September of this year he was diagnosed with liver cancer at the age of 67. Unfortunately, Joe Frazier was unable to beat this traumatising illness as hard as he fought and tragically met his death on the 7th of November. Joe Frazier was brought up on his father's 10-acre farm in Beaufort, South Carolina. At around the age of 7, his uncle Israel noticed Joe's stocky build and remarked, "That boy there will be another Joe Louis." Joe took what his uncle had said to him very seriously. He moved to New York in 1962 where he started his amateur career, winning the Middle Atlantic Golden Gloves Heavyweight Championship 3 years running. His only defeat in the 3 years being Buster Mathis. Some believe Frazier was cheated out of this bout, but Frazier did not lose hope. He entered the Olympics and knocked out every opponent up to the final, where he won by decision. In 1965 he turned professional after a TKO against Woody Goss. Come 1968, Frazier had a record of 19 wins and no losses. On March 8, 1971, Frazier fought the undefeated Muhammad Ali, the beginning of a great rivalry. What some would say was one of the biggest fights of his career, one of the greatest in boxing history.
I ain't saying listen, you know, right? I ain't this one, I ain't that one, you know what I'm saying? You dealing with Smoking Joe Frazier. And I'm coming to get you, got your lunch?
The two fighters were very opposite, both in style and personality. Frazier was a pure puncher, holding incredible power, whereas Ali was a crowd winner, with beauty and grace. The fight was called Fight of the Century, held at Madison Square Gardens. The fight received a worldwide television audience. Frazier was 27 and at peak of his career, physically and mentally. Frazier trained harder than ever with Futch, day in, day out, to create the perfect strategy to defeat his opponent. His homework paid off when he knocked down Ali in the 15th round. He went on to win by unanimous decision. The strategy was created around the likeliness that Ali would throw the right hand uppercut from a straight standing position after dropping the arm to throw it with force. Frazier was instructed to throw a left hook at where they thought Ali's head would be positioned a second later. It was this strategy that helped Frazier see the unanimous decision at the end of the 15th round.
It's great because first match beat Muhammad Ali, pro fight of the century. Yeah, knocks him down the last round, 15th round. Yeah, last round. Signature left hook. Like a bear, I don't know. Think about using my left hook more. Yeah. You train hard for it. Yeah. I wasn't talking as much as Muhammad Ali. Yeah. More concentrating on fighting, not. Best of the trilogy ever, boxing, Muhammad Ali and Frazier. Yeah.
He was a man of much respect who is recognised throughout many generations for his excellent boxing career. He was a fighter with immense dedication to his work, a perfectionist. Nobody could do what he did as well as him. Nobody could break a man up as quickly, as easily as Smoking Joe. He was an incredibly powerful boxer who deserved every little thing he achieved. With an ending career record of 32 wins, 4 losses and 1 draw, he was every right to be looked upon as an idol to everyone who is or wants to be involved with the beautiful sport of boxing. Frazier was one of the greatest who helped inspire many other great champions within the sport. It is unfortunate that the hero cannot be here with us today, as on the 7th of November he sadly died of liver cancer at age 67. Joe Frazier will never be forgotten and will forever live within the sport of boxing.
I love Joe Frazier.